Now you're ready to write your own delegates. The Challenge app for this lesson has 3 text fields with customized behavior. A zip code text field that only allows digits with a maximum of 5 digits. A $sign text field that begins with the text for 0 cents and then fills in the dollar figure as digits are added. And finally, a text field that can only be edited when this switch is set to on. Here in the first field, once I get to 5 digits, I can't type anymore. Here in the second field, the digits fill in from right to left, and there are always 2 digits beyond the decimal. By the way, don't forget that Command K toggles the keyboard. In the third field, the user has to flip this switch in order to add text. You can see that tapping inside the first 2 fields brings up the number pad instead of the QWERTY keyboard. You can set this in the Attribute Inspector in Storyboard. Actually, let's open up the Utilities pane and take a minute to explore the Attribute Inspector. This is a super convenient way to configure UIKit view components. Here you can set your placeholder text, so you might want to put something like, type your zip code here. Here you can configure the clear button like the one you saw in the Safari search bar. Here you can set capitalization. If you had something like a confirmation code, you might want all characters to be capitalized. And here's the keyboard type, which for the zip code we want set to number pad. And just 2 more tips before you move on to the challenge. You're going to need to set the delegates for your text fields. If you want to do this in Storyboard, remember your delegate is just a property, so you're going to look for it in Storyboard where you always look for properties, in the pop-up Connections menu. And here under Outlets, you can see your delegate. Also, for manipulating text, you might want to revisit these 2 lines of code from the emoji text field delegate. The NSString class has a method named string by replacing characters in range. It's perfect to use in a UI text field delegate. This method is helpful when you need to build new strings from typed input. In order to use this method, Swift strings are usually cast to NS strings. In this case, the variable new text represents the text that will be displayed.